want to say something in English, but you stop because you are afraid? You think, what if I say the wrong word? What if people laugh at me?
Oh, I know that feeling so well, Sarah. It is like a big wall in front of you. You want to speak, but your brain says, no, be careful.
Exactly. Welcome back to Top English, everyone. I am Sarah, and I am here with Mike. Today, we are talking about a very important topic. We are talking about making mistakes and how to stay confident when you speak.
This is a great topic. And hey, before we start, if you want to improve your English every week, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps our channel.
Thank you, Mike. So, Mike, let's be honest. Do you make mistakes when you speak?
Every single day, Sarah, even in English. Sometimes I say the wrong word. Sometimes I forget a name. It is normal. But I know for English learners, it feels much bigger. It feels like a disaster.
It really does. Many students tell me, Sarah, I feel so embarrassed when I make a mistake. My face gets red. I want to hide.
I understand that, but here's a secret for all our listeners. Mistakes are actually good. Mistakes mean you are trying. If you don't make mistakes, you are not learning anything new.
That is so true. Think about a baby learning to walk. The baby falls down many times. Does the baby say, oh no, I'm so embarrassed, I will never walk again?
No, of course not. The baby just gets up and tries again.
Right. Learning a language is just like learning to walk. You will fall, you will say he go instead of he goes. You will forget the word for spoon at a restaurant, and that's okay.
I have a funny story about that, Sarah. When I was learning a bit of Spanish, I went to a bakery. I wanted to buy bread, but I used the wrong word and I accidentally told the baker I wanted to buy a tree.
A tree? At a bakery?
Yes, the baker looked at me and laughed. I felt silly for a second, but then I laughed too. He gave me the bread, and now I never forget the word for bread. The mistake actually helped me remember.
That is a perfect example, Mike. The mistake created a memory. Now, let's talk about why we feel afraid. Usually, we think people are judging us. We think they are thinking, wow, his English is bad.
But is that true? When you hear someone speaking your language and they make a small mistake, do you think they are bad or unintelligent?
Never. I usually think, wow, they are amazing because they are speaking a second language. It is very brave to speak a language that is not your first one.
Exactly. Most people are kind. They just want to understand you. They're not listening for your grammar mistakes. They're listening to your ideas. They want to know what you think.
So, how can our friends at home stay confident? What is one thing they can do today?
I think the first thing is to change your goal. Many learners have the goal of being perfect. That's a bad goal because nobody is perfect.
I agree. Perfection is like a ghost. You can chase it, but you can never catch it.
So change your goal from being perfect to being understood. If you want water and you say, please give water, and the person gives you water, you win. You communicated.
Yes, the grammar was not perfect, but you got your water. That is success. You did it.
Another tip is to smile. It sounds simple, but if you smile when you make a mistake, it shows you are confident. If you say a wrong word and you look sad, the other person feels nervous for you. But if you laugh and say, "Oh, sorry, I forgot the word," the other person relaxes too.
That is a great tip, Mike. Smiling changes the energy. It tells your brain, I am safe. This is just a conversation, not a test.
Right, it's not an exam. There's no teacher with a red pen waiting to mark your mistakes. It's just two people sharing a moment.
Let's talk about another common problem. Sometimes a learner is speaking, they make a mistake, and then they stop completely. They just freeze. What should they do then?
That's the deer in the headlights feeling. If that happens, take a deep breath. It's okay to pause. You can say, "Wait, let me try again." Or you can use your hands, use gestures. If you forget the word for car, you can pretend you're driving.
I do that all the time, even now. If I can't find a word, I describe it. If I forget the word for refrigerator, I say, the big cold box in the kitchen.
That's smart. Using other words to describe something is a high-level skill. It shows you are a good communicator.
So, if you're listening right now, try to remember speaking English is a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver. You use it to build something. You use it to build friendships or to do your job. If the tool is a little bit rusty, it still works.
I love that. And remember, everyone you admire who speaks English well today made thousands of mistakes in the past. They didn't get good by being perfect. They got good by being messy and trying anyway.
Exactly. We call it failing forward. Every mistake is one step closer to being a great speaker.
Sarah, what do you think about people who speak very fast? Sometimes learners feel unconfident because they think they must speak fast like native speakers.
Oh, that is a big mistake. Speaking fast does not mean you are better at English. Actually, speaking slowly is much better for learners. It gives your brain time to choose the words, and it is much easier for the other person to understand you.
I agree. Even in this podcast, we speak clearly and slowly so everyone can follow. Slow is beautiful. Slow is clear.
So let's recap some of these ideas. We talked about how mistakes are like falling when you learn to walk. It's just part of the process.
And we said that your goal should be communication, not perfection. If the other person understands you, you're doing a great job.
We also talked about using your hands and describing words if you forget them, and most importantly, keep smiling.
Yes, don't let a small grammar mistake ruin your day. You're doing something difficult and exciting. You're learning a whole new way to talk to the world.
You really are. Every time you open your mouth to speak English, you should feel proud of yourself. It takes courage.
It really does. So for everyone listening, we have a question for you today. Please tell us in the comments, what is one English word that you always find difficult to say? Or tell us about a funny mistake you made. We love reading your stories.
Yes, please share. It helps everyone see that we are all in this together. You are doing amazing work, and we are very proud of you.
Keep practicing, keep making mistakes, and keep being brave.
Thank you for listening to Top English. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with a friend who needs a little confidence boost today.
See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.